Hello everyone, it's TIJ and welcome to a brand new video, something I haven't been able to say for 4 weeks, and we'll talk about that one a little bit later, and I do apologise for that in advance, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in detail later. But today it's time for a Let's Talk video, basically a glorified channel update. I'm just going to be talking about what we've done in the past year, what my plans are for next year, so if we look at perhaps September as a start point, a little bit like the start of school, which really helps me to sort of evaluate the last year and then look at year 2 of making Football Manager content. Bit of a hint at what we're going to be doing next year as well. So without any further ado, let's have a look back at how we've done this year at making some content. Now I have to be aware that it is going to go a bit crazy. For example, ta-da! But as soon as we load Chrome and we're on Anfield, which I've just looked for the thumbnail, which makes you guys realise that I'm probably not the best planner, but oh well. We are on Google Chrome and in my YouTube Studio Beta dashboard. So we're going to have a look at what we've done in the last year, what the plans are for this year, and really where we could have improved from last year. So for you guys that are new to the channel, back sort of this time last year I'll probably say, and this is going to take forever to load now, this is going to be annoying, and we could do probably filtering it back to when we were in sort of like last September. So last September, probably the end of August, I made a decision which was really big for the channel, and quite a big one, and personally something I think that was really a good decision, and that was to stop making Formula 1 content, which really was sporadic on my channel. You know, I made videos at the start of the game, and then for the rest of the year I went, I couldn't be bothered. So I decided to go to a game that I'd played for a number of years, but I'd never done on YouTube, and I thought, let's give this a crack. If it doesn't work, then we'll stop that the same as I've done for Formula 1. But as you can see, scrolling down in all of these videos, if you guys are new to the channel, it was something that really succeeded and something that I really did well. So there we go. On the 23rd of September, I released a video, sort of a 15-minute talk, just talking about, as you can see, the Formula 1 content released previously. I dipped into Football Manager with a fantasy draft I'd done, but let's not talk about that. And basically I said, right, it's time for a change of flight path. And as you can see, the day after that, I made my first Football Manager 2017 video, which was with Bournemouth. We had a sort of little save with Bournemouth up to Football Manager 2018, in which we started with Liverpool. So on the 27th of October 2017, let's have a look at the analytics. Let's have a look where we were on the 27th of October 2017, because when I look back, it's definitely a positive and negative year, really. We've done really well in terms of subscribers. I'm just checking OBS, and as you can see, that's why it all messes up. But we'll go back onto YouTube now, and that looks a lot better. So if we go back to the 27th of October, can we go back? How do we get back? Do we have to type it in, or... Oh my god, this is the problem. So 27, 10, 17. So let's apply that. So back on the 27th of October, we only had, let's work it out, so we're on 510 subscribers at the moment, we had 280 subscribers. Since then, we've had quite an incredible year, really, up from them to now. And as you can see, we've had some really, really successful videos. In terms of a total view score, we've got 44,564, which for a channel with 5 subscribers now, and possibly if you could look at it, an average of about 400, 44,000 views off about 250 videos is not too bad at all. And that's really down to some fantastic videos that did fantastically well. They were all brilliant. Well, they weren't all brilliant in my opinion, but they were all really good because it was sort of, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know why I've got it into this point, but let's ignore what I've just said. But we got to the 27th of October and we released the Liverpool beta save. Now, that in total, the first video of that got 1,427 views. It's absolutely fantastic. I also had a little idea back then to team guides. So I'd look at a team. Chelsea was the first one. And what I'd do is look at the team and transfers, place to sign, the dynamics, which is a new feature in Football Manager 2018. And also some other tips for that team. And the first one we did was Chelsea. And that one is the most viewed video on my channel. It really stunned me how they did well, and I'm going to be doing those this year as well. I personally don't think they were clickbaity at all, but when people did search FM18 Chelsea, I'm going to be straight with you, it did come up near the top, so it was good video in terms of views and for enjoyment as well, and I don't think it was clickbaity. Some people, on all the videos, I think I made about 15 in the end, I didn't quite get to the end of the Premier League teams, but people really enjoyed those videos and really got something from it, so I didn't think they were clickbaity. And possibly overall, I'd say they had probably in excess of 10,000 views in total. Now, for some reason, we can't get past October now. That's brilliant, isn't it? This is brilliant. So, this is why you don't record stuff live. Let's try and go possibly back to the start. I don't know. The new thing. In fact, let's go back to the old Creator Studio, shall we? Because the Creator Studio beta is still a beta and doesn't work fully. So, this is much better. So we've got 351 videos in total. Let's just go back to where we were. And I really think this is good for me to do. It's kind of going to be a ramble video, possibly. We've recorded for 5 minutes so far. Possibly going to be in the excess of about half an hour. But I'm going to talk for possibly the first 15 minutes, which kind of 6 have gone already, of what's happened last year, why I'm proud of it, why I'm not so proud of it, and talking about last year in total. Then we're going to wash that away, forget about that altogether. Not forget about it, take a few points from it, but also going into this year. So there we go. We finally got to where we are. Potentially, there we go. It doesn't really matter. We've skipped forward a few videos, but we continue with the beta with Liverpool. We did 2 seasons with Liverpool, and I was really happy with that. As you can see, some of these team guides did better than others, but the team guides did fantastically. And really, I'd say that the Liverpool beta averaged about 100 views until we sort of got to maybe the later beta. So sort of here, the Merseyside derby, where we averaged about 50 views. Again, with Football Manager videos, it's very odd because they go up and down, and some videos get 3 times the views of others. It doesn't really make sense. After the beta, though, we got to the full game, and I started to save with RB Leipzig, which was successful, as you can see from the views, and I really enjoyed it. But unfortunately, we sort of got a season in, and I became demotivated. I couldn't really be bothered to make a save with that team. And that, I feel, is where the start of my problems came in the 2017 to 18 calendar, if you like. So, we then got to where we finished Leipzig. We started, let's ignore the Football Manager 2011 content. We started a series with my local club, Hensford, and that ran really well. You know, we really enjoyed that. We tried some retro ideas, which really were it was the start and the kickoff of the Retro Sunday series. And we did the Hensford series for quite a long time, and it started on the 25th of November, and it probably finished about March, but we did have quite a break. It was about a 2-month break between the first run of those videos and the second much shorter run of those videos. But as you can see, we had the Hensford stuff, more Hensford stuff, and we also had the introduction of Ashes Cricket, which was interesting. We also had the Southampton Youth Challenge series, which lasted 6 episodes, believe it or not. Basically, we took a team of Southampton youths to doing something in the Premier League. We didn't do anything in the Premier League. We got sacked. We also did a bit of a live save on Liverpool. It was really last year, I feel, was an experimenting year for me. It was the first year I did Football Manager, and I wanted to experiment. I did a few streams. They did well, some of them not so well. But as you can see, we experimented. We did a few experiments, as you can see here. And I've just realised what I just said. We've experiments. For some reason, that New Year message never went up and live. I don't quite get that. But we decided, because I got the Ashes Cricket game for Christmas, to do Ashes Cricket videos, and wow, they exploded. They all did fantastically well. The first one had nearly 3,000 views, the second one 800 so views, and they were doing really well. Whilst we did this, we got into a good run of doing Football Manager and Ashes Cricket content, along with the odd stream now and then. So we did get sacked from Southampton on the 10th of January, and 2 days later, I made the best decision that I have done in Football Manager 2018. No questions asked. We moved to Portsmouth. We got the sack, and we moved to Portsmouth in about January, and we started our save with Portsmouth. Again, we did Ashes Cricket with that, and that did really well, because we did Ashes Cricket one day, Football Manager one day. Again, this is when I was doing Football Manager on a daily what's the word? Not a daily concept, daily base, that's the one. We also restarted the Hensford series. I hadn't done Hensford for a long while. It was kind of, actually, liar. It was only about a 2-week break. I don't quite know why we had that. I think it was just over Christmas I wanted a break from Football Manager, so we did Football Manager. I don't quite get why I did that, but oh well. So we got to about Season 4 with Hensford. No, we didn't. We got here, the end of the road, Season 3 and Episode 7, and basically, cut a long story short, we got the sack. Then for a long while, we did Ashes and Portsmouth. Again, they all ran really well together. As you can see, we had daily content for a real long while. And there's a big push, you know, sort of January, February time. We'll look at the analytics in a minute of those periods. But that was a really good time for the channel because we had Football Manager content and Ashes content. Something that I really enjoyed. And we had the Football Manager, the staple on the channel, but a break from that as well in Ashes Cricket, which was really good. We got to about episode, I think it's about episode 20 with the Ashes stuff. But as you can see, we did Portsmouth. Again, we did over 3 seasons with Portsmouth. I think we did about 5. But unfortunately, we got to episode 21 of the Ashes series. I would have definitely continued that. But for some reason, the game broke on me, basically. We couldn't save and we couldn't move forward. So there was no career mode. So then marked the start of season 4 of Portsmouth, which we said, yeah, this is our year. And I think we did get to the end of series 4. We had a March channel update just saying, we haven't got any Ashes cricket anymore, sad face. It's just going to be Portsmouth stuff. But I thought, this is still good. But as you can see, we get to March. That's only page 2 of my videos. And I think there's only 25 videos on a page. That just shows how little content we've made since Portsmouth has finished. So we got to the end of season 4 with Portsmouth. And basically, we were going for a championship playoff place. And we didn't get it on that last day. And after that, I was really demotivated. I was thinking, yes, we can get this with Portsmouth. And that really demotivated me. At the same time, we did start a new FM series called Conquering the Euro with Chelsea. That only lasted a few episodes. And I made the worst decision possible. I left Pompey, went to Germany, as we did with Leipzig. I should have learned from that, really. And we went to Wolfsburg. We did the first episode with Wolfsburg. And then we had, I think, a week's break due to mock exams. And then we did a few episodes of Wolfsburg, and I thought, this is rubbish. I didn't enjoy it at all. I couldn't get back to Portsmouth from then. And I think it was more Portsmouth and less the series that made it a good save. So that was really disappointing. So we went back to the start with a Zero to Hero series. We made 2 episodes of that. Then we did something different. We went on to MotoGP 17. And I think probably, possibly after this point, we went really downhill because we had the MotoGP series, we made a few episodes of that, and then that really tanked. But here, on the 8th of April, is another really good start of something. We started Retro Sundays, which is still on the channel today. And it's the only series, actually, we look at here that is still on the channel today. Retro Sundays. I thought, let's do something a little bit different on a Saturday, on a Sunday, or in this case, on the 3rd episode, on a Monday. We did stop the MotoGP series, so for a while, really, apart from a few trickles, we only had Retro Sunday on the channel. We had 1 episode of an FM18 challenge. Again, that finished for some reason. But then I had the idea to come back to Portsmouth, and we started the series again. The season again. We left Wolfsburg, and we just went back to the start of that season on a different save file. So, as it says there, we never left. And we had a few episodes of that, but unfortunately, we got to a point of the year where, it was exam season. I didn't really have the time to be making videos, and that was a real problem. And we got to, let's have a look where we got to. I think we got to possibly episode 4, episode 5. Blimey, I didn't think we got that far. No, that's because we got Retro Sundays. So we had a few Retro Sundays. We had a little bit of a break from Portsmouth. I can't remember why. It was because we had exams. And I think I said that in the videos. Because I had exams between the 15th and 29th of May. So between that time, I decided to introduce a Rory McIlroy PGA Tour series. You can see kind of throughout the year, we had MotoGP, we had Ashes, we had Rory McIlroy, and really Ashes was the only one that performed well. But we tried to replicate that a few times, and basically it didn't work. We had a few Retro Sundays trickling in now and then. As you can see, some of those did particularly well. We had a FIFA World Cup preview. We had a channel update, and I said, sorry, after the exams, FM's back. I'm back. It didn't come back for very long, though. We had 2 episodes of that. And then all of a sudden, we came back. We had a week where we sort of made daily content between the 21st and 28th of June. And then it kind of ends there. We had a few Retro Sundays, and it ended there. I don't know why it ended, really. I just lost motivation for Football Manager. I kind of realised that by the time I'd considered making Ports videos again, which was about the middle of July, I realised there's not really much point, because by the time we get to the end of the middle of August, there's not much time until Football Manager 20 team. We're not going to achieve what we wanted to with Portsmouth. So sadly, I had to say goodbye to that save. And before I left for Florida, which is why I've been away for 3 weeks, I was going to make a channel update video. I never got round to that. And we haven't even had Retro Sundays. So a massive apology for that. I can't explain myself, to be honest. I think I left it too late to make videos. I was going to make Retro Sundays, 1 for each Sunday while I was away. I simply just didn't get round to it. And I was going to do it the day before I went away. But look, I don't want to make excuses here. I am sorry, and that's the end of it. We did try to make a Sims 4 Let's Play, which again, we did 1 episode of. There's a lot of 1 episode series this year, which I'm not particularly proud of, and something I definitely want to cut down on next year. But really, let's have a look at the analytics between the good period on the channel. I think that was probably between the start of January, where we started the Portsmouth series, and possibly when we finished the Ashes cricket series. So when did we finish the Ashes cricket series? Because that was the real bad part. I don't know why we're going on Photoshop and whatever. We're just having the crack here, and it's completely live, unedited videos here. So as you can see, guys, nothing is edited around here. Well, not for this video. It will be on other videos, but not on this one. So, we finished the Ashes cricket series. When did we finish the Ashes cricket series? Let's have a look how long we've been going for. 15 minutes. So, we're nearly finished this discussion, then we'll talk about the future. We finished Ashes cricket on the 22nd of Feb. So, let's have a look then. So, let's say from the start of January to the 23rd, let's go for, of February. And between those dates, how did we get on? That's the most important thing. We had... let's have a look. We had 9,000 views in that time. Obviously, Ashes cricket really trickling through. As you can see, we've got latest activity. We got reach viewers. What's this about? 120,000 impressions. Blimey. 32,000 minutes of watch time between then and then. That'll be interesting to compare with. Let's go with the whole of 2017, shall we? 70,000. What was the one before? I forgot. 70,000 and 32,000, which really, for the time in the FM cycle, was really impressive. Now let's go between there. So let's go. Let's go the last 90 days. 32,000. Okay, it's gone down a little bit. That looks really stupid. It's gone down a little bit, but between then, as you can see, everything else has gone down. The views have gone down, subscriptions have gone down. There's been 33 of you that have subscribed. That's fantastic. But in the last 365 days, 269 of you have subscribed to the channel. That's absolutely fantastic. But sort of in these last few months, we've really trickled down. In particular, let's have a look in August. Watch time has really gone down, which probably is my fault. I haven't made any videos. But let's gloss over the analytics. It wasn't really made to be an analytical review. So that is really what we've done in the last 12 months. There's been a few positives. One positive being the Portsmouth save. 2 being my ability for 2 months to run 2 different series at the same time and for you guys to be regularly enjoying them. And 3 was for me to do technically a year of Football Manager content. Alright, fair enough, probably wasn't. But let's go back to the intro now because I'm going to talk about this year. We're going to gloss over last year now. I even, while I was away, made a little piece of paper which has got my plans on it. And luckily, some talk about next year and this year. But before we continue... Last year was really good. I want to thank you all for subscribing, who obviously subscribed last year. And for all of you who've kept watching my content throughout. It's not going to be the end of the video here, don't worry. But I'd just like to thank you all. Seriously, anyone who's watched any of the videos, it really helps. And, you know, going into this year, a big year for me. I do my A-levels this year. I did my AS levels last year. And I got my results yesterday. I got 2 A's and a distinction, which is absolutely fantastic. And I couldn't have done that without taking breaks from YouTube, being on YouTube, having the motivation to do well in sixth form. It was a tough year for me due to various reasons, you know, just into sixth form, which is a kind of glorified college if you're in the US. Adjusting to sixth form and all that sort of stuff and various things in my life that we're not going to go into, but nothing too drastic. But also motivation with YouTube dipped a little bit. But hopefully throughout this year, I'm going to try and give it my all and do everything. So let's talk about the plans for the next few months, shall we? So let's flick back onto the front. So first things first, let's talk about retro before we talk about Football Manager. And Retro Sundays, we will actually go back onto the PC. Hold on, let's go back. PC, there we go. Let's talk about Retro Sundays, a series that I have really enjoyed doing, and we've had 14 episodes so far. And that series is definitely going to continue because you guys have seemed to enjoy that. We do, you know, various games, and there's been one video in particular that has really skyrocketed over 100 views, and that is the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire video, the first Who Wants to Be a Millionaire video. But, you know, they've all done really well. I've enjoyed recording all of them. Oh, for goodness sake. That's because it's not counting just Retro Sunday. Oh, well. It doesn't matter. But as you can see, the Retro Sunday, when it loads, has done particularly well. You know, you guys have enjoyed them. We've had really good like figures on some of these videos. As you can see, that one, 348 views. We've had 100 views on most of them, which is really good. And we've had some really good feedback on those. But let's go back to the intro. And that was really just to show you the viewing figures, if you guys haven't seen them already. We're going to continue that now because I really enjoyed it. And we're going to be continuing from this Sunday on the channel every week. It's going to be 20 minutes, basically, of me playing chilled retro games, whether that be PS1, PS2, the old Xbox, anything really, anything you guys suggest and anything I fancy playing. I would actually show you a purchase I've had, but let's not. I've just bought a PS2, a slimline PS2. I've already got one, but I thought I'd buy another one. Why not? A slimline PS2 with about 30 games for £30. I really had a bargain there, but let's not talk about that. So I've got plans of games I want to play for Retro Sunday here, but I'm not going to talk about those now because I'll keep you guys in suspense for those games. But a few other ideas I've had. We've got the best sellers series, so potentially I'd look at all the top 10 games best selling on the PS2. Critics' favourites, that would kind of be a Retro Sunday spin-off. Potentially Disney Let's Plays. You know, I've been to Florida for the last month, so I've kind of been quite inspired to do stuff with Disney games. So potentially there could be stuff like that, and that's really all for the next year because retro stuff doesn't have a cycle like Football Manager. And the beauty with retro stuff, I can do it every week and you guys seem to enjoy it. And potentially in the future there will be Let's Plays, but that'll be something that probably won't be planned. It'll just be something that comes when I feel like it. So hopefully you guys will embrace that content. But now on to the real staple of this channel, which is the Football Manager content. Now there is still sort of about 2 months before Football Manager 2019 comes out. The beta comes out about the middle of October before the game comes out on the 2nd of November. And between now and then, between me now and doing the beta, which I've put on here in question marks, it's going to be about the 19th of October. We're going to be doing a save with Arsenal. Obviously, it's a new era at Arsenal with Arsene Wenger leaving and Unai Emery coming in. And after Sunday's performance against City, I'm glad I'm going there because they aren't doing well particularly at all. We're going to be doing Arsenal content. I haven't decided on the frequency of that content just yet. I think it's probably going to be bi-daily, so probably 3 videos a week on that. And really, it's just to fill up and get back into me making Football Manager content. A little bit like we did with the Bournemouth save last year. There's possibly going to be about 2 seasons before we get onto Football Manager 2019. And in the beta for Football Manager 2019, we'll definitely be doing the team guides. I'd help you guys out, the views. We didn't say that. Just help you guys out. And also, we're probably going to be doing a Liverpool save again. I can't really think of anything else to do in the beta. And the Football Manager 2019, I'm not quite sure what to do yet. I've got a few teams here down here now that I was thinking of doing. We've got Sunderland, Hensford, Wolves, Stoke, Blackpool and Portsmouth, all unique for their own reasons of doing something. But I might also do a Zero to Hero series. Start unemployed, start from the bottom and try and get up to the top. Because I think the problem was last year, we didn't ever really had a regular series. For Football Manager, that's something that you really need, I think. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Other plans, I was thinking of maybe something like a Roller Coaster Tycoon Let's Play at some point. We're going to be doing some challenges in Football Manager 2019. A few other top 5s as well, like players to sign, teams to manage, stuff to help you guys out. And really, that's all my plans because I don't want to do anything too big this year. We're going to take it step by step because last year, I feel like I went into things too early. When I was demotivated with Leipzig, right, let's do Hensford. I was demotivated with Hensford, right, let's do Southampton. So I'm going to try this year very much so to, when I'm demotivated, keep going and keep pulling out the content. Because I feel like other people are succeeding for Football Manager. And I definitely did last year, but my problem was that I didn't do stuff on a regular basis. I tried for sort of 2 or 3 months. And sort of after April, we didn't really do much. So definitely this year I'm going to be pushing for that daily content. But between now and then, it's probably going to be bi-daily content. Probably, maybe actually, it might just be Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays for Football Manager. And then Retro Sundays on a Sunday. If you guys like that idea, let me know down in the comments. But Football Manager 2019, there's nearly 2 months to go. If you guys want to see something on the channel, right, Football Manager 2019, what do you want to see on Football Manager 2019? Leave that down in the comments. I'm probably thinking of doing that Zero to Hero idea most at the moment, but we've got 2 months. My ideas tend to change quite quickly. But for the beta, I'm going to be doing team guides and the Liverpool save. And between now and then, I'm going to be doing the Arsenal save and also Retro Sundays once a week. So if you guys like that idea, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see some of that stuff. And also comment on this video. If you did enjoy it, there's probably no need to like because it should be me. Yep. But that's really about it. I appreciate I probably talked less than planned about the future content. But oh well. Thank you very much for watching, folks. It's been a great year. And hopefully this year with Football Manager 2019, not quite yet, but with Football Manager 2018 content and retro content going up to Football Manager 2019. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the next few months and however long this channel runs for. I don't want to talk about the future just yet, but we can talk about that in the future, which is exactly where it is because now is the present and I'm looking forward to that future. The next 12 months, I don't know why I'm looking down there, that's not really much of a future, that's just my dirty carpet. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. I've been TIJ. Make sure to subscribe if you're looking forward the stuff on the channel. Also, comment what you are looking forward to as well. Thank you all so much for your support in the last 12 months. Let's go and kick some ass this next year. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I've been TIJ, and I'll see you guys on Sunday and Monday for the first episode of the Football Manager 2018 series with Arsenal, and also for another edition of Retro Sundays. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye.